Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we have a Champions League match which, even though it's against FC Bayern, it's a game that we must win. We've also got a continued battle in the Premier League at the top of the table, and we've hit a little bit of an injury crisis. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games for you against Bayern Munich in the Champions League Group G, match day 4, and against Leeds United in the Premier Division. So 2 games that we face, a must win almost in the Champions League. Having said that, it's not the end of the world. Probably Bayern Munich are the best team in the group. But I think the fact that we beat Inter first game out was a little bit of luck. And I'm not convinced we'll be able to do it again, in which case we really do in order to qualify out of this group. We'll have a look at the group in a minute and just see how it is sitting. But before I do that, I want to show you, you will see behind me the medical centre, and I've just realised that my picture is right over the bit that I want to show you actually. So what I'm going to do in just a moment, I'm going to flick to this camera, and I'm actually going to switch the or I would do if I could get on the right camera. I'm going to switch the camera off for a second. Why is that not working? Video capture device, is that it? No. Yeah, I see what's happening. There we go. So gets rid of that, and you can see behind me, well, we got a bit of shadow as well. We'll get rid of the shadow. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can see down the bottom here, we have 3 players who are out at the moment. Actually, Conor Gallagher is coming back in a day's time, but not in time for this match. Aslan Paqueta is out for 5 to 10 days. He's got a pulled calf muscle. Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's out with a pulled knee ligament, again for 5 to 10 days. Been out for about 3 weeks, both these players so far. Kai Havertz is coming back from a tight hamstring, and Jorginho, bruised knee. Hakim Ziyech had a twisted ankle. He's just coming back as well, and we just seem to have hit a little bit, and it's constant. As I said, I think on yesterday's, we're going to start to put this back now. I think I said on yesterday's video that there's a few other YouTube creators that are saying similar things. So I don't know whether it's a thing in FM23 that that one's gone. You've got to turn that camera back on. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's a thing in FM23 and it's a little bit of a bug. I'm sure they will fix it. We do seem to be getting downloads on a fairly regular basis to fix various things, obviously, that causes major problems as we go. Right, I did promise you to have a quick look at the group for the Champions League. Here we go. Recap. FC Bayern have played 3, won 3, 8 goals for, 3 goals against, 5 in the goal difference, 9 points on the table. We're in second with played 3, won 2, lost that 1 against FC Bayern, 4-4, 2 against, and 6 points. Inter are our nearest rival, so I guess that game against Inter is probably as important as any. But we've got to play them at their place in Milan, so that game is probably quite key to getting out of this group, because I'm not convinced we're going to beat Bayern today, albeit we are at home. And I think we're at home anyway. Yeah, we are. Yeah, as I say, I'm not convinced that we're not we're going to beat Bayern, but I mean the long and short of it is that as long as we can beat Inter, then we pretty much have qualified, I would think, because Copenhagen I don't think are going to get there right now. So that means that we'll have today's games, and then we're going to come back for Inter and Bournemouth, because I think that is going to turn out to be the important match. And then hopefully we can skip over the Copenhagen second game on the basis that that's not really of that much importance in the scheme of things. We'll see how we go anyway. So that almost certainly is going to be Monday's episode, Inter versus Bournemouth. And obviously with a weekend in between, I could have got quite a bit done, in as much as we could have bombed down here the other side of the window. But we may well do that, because it could well be, if we get that done, we've then got the World Cup and we can jump. It may be that I can record that ahead of Monday, which means that I can get down here somewhere. We'll come back possibly for Caribou Cup third round or something like that. I know that's not too far in advance, it really, is it? It might be that we come back around the transfer window. Anyway, we'll see. We will work it out. Right, let's get on with the episode. Get into the games then. Enough faffing around. As you will see, I haven't done the update, have I? We beat Aston Villa only by a goal to nil. A little bit of hangover from the FC Bayern game. But we did beat them. Raheem Sterling scoring a goal, his second of the season. It was the only goal of the game. It was one of those games, as you'll see. 15 shots, only 3 of them on target. It seems to be what our issue is. Bangamang starting up top because of that injury to Havertz, but he wasn't firing all cylinders either. We seem to have a major problem with players firing on cylinders this year, or at least we started off all right, but we've seemed to have gone a bit wonky. Quick check on the table then in the Premier League. 10 games played for everybody. Manchester City are top now on goal difference. We're second, and then 1 point behind us are Liverpool on 23, but they have a slightly better goal difference than us, and then it drops away. Manchester United a further 3 points behind them on 20 points, then Tottenham, Wolves and Aston Villa, and still in the drop zone, Everton, West Ham and Bournemouth of all teams. Right, the team then to face Bayern in the the fourth match day game in the Champions League this season. It could be going some way to see who qualifies, and if Bayern win this, they pretty much are there. And the team to face FC Bayern in the Champions League then is Mendy in goal, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Fofana and James are backline. Kovacic, Kante in midfield. Sterling, Mount and Broja are attacking midfield. Havertz up front. Kepa in on the bench as our substitute goalkeeper. Koulibaly, Zakaria, Barbosa, Cucurella, Ziyech, Pulisic, Chalobah, Loftus-Cheek, Aubameyang, Azpilicueta, who isn't 100% fit. But as it gets to this stage with the players that we've got out, we don't have enough people to fit on the bench. We could put some of the underlings on the bench, I guess, if we really, really wanted to. Or do we have a right back? We don't. That's probably why then. Defensive right applicator. No. Well, in fact, I'm looking at the wrong bit, aren't I? Defensive right. Excuse me. We could put Brooking on the bench because Azpilicueta wouldn't come on for anybody. We'll put him. Brooking gets a Champions League bench to do, and Jorginho also on the bench. And here we go with the Champions League pre-match view. FC Bayern, we've matched them up this time. Neuer is their captain as they come out, pick the ball up, and Bayern Munich in their all red. We're in our all blue. Watch out for that video coming very soon. It will come out around about the time that the full version of FM comes out. We'll do the kit basher, because we'll do the kits once the full version's out, and we know we're not going to get major big updates. We will then do the kits for Chelsea. Home, away, and a third. And I'll show you how we do those, just in case you fancy doing it in your save. That's the word I was looking for. I was busy watching the match and completely forgot I was in mid-sentence there. How do you do things like that? Right. The ball being moved around and Gnabry's in. Oh, beat Mendy to the ball there. His 8th goal of the season. And Mendy came out for it, but didn't quite get there before Gnabry got on the end of it. And 4 minutes in, we're a goal down. Sadio Mane winning that ball back to Hernandez. Over the top. And in fact, that was straight through Mendy's legs. Nutmegged him. All Mendy had to do was just keep his legs shut and bang, would have saved that. So launched a long ball forward. Raheem Sterling on the ball here. Can Raheem do something? He chipped or tried to chip Neuer, but actually all it did was went up in the air. Didn't get any power on it at all. And we have a corner. Mount with the corner. He tried to fire that in close to near post, and it was a bit of a damp squib, really. Mazulia comes forward. One of our Tottenham players from last season. He's held the ball up and he's still got the ball. Come on, boys. Cleared up field to Havertz. Havertz gets it out to Sterling. Sterling now has really got to hold the ball up as the players meander their way up. That was pretty poor. I think it was for Brozier. Mount. Back to Reece James. Reece James and Havertz. His 8th goal of the season. And we are 1-1 after 33 minutes. All back square. Looked like we were climbing back into the game. Mason Mount to James. James crosses it in, and Havertz has got goal side of his marker. And we have a highlight from kickoff. Gnabry kicks off. Either means one of two things. James to Kante. Kante gives the ball away. Gnabry. Mane swings it out wide, but Chilwell is there. Raheem Sterling trying to get underneath it. Couldn't. Chilwell. Over the top then to Raheem Sterling. Who is this? Is this Havertz? He's really slow. Look at him, well, the way he ambles up there. And as it was, Upamecano's injured. And Mane comes away with it, or tries to come away with it. Brozier getting in the way of James, but Brozier in space crosses it deep, looking for Sterling, I think. Chilwell crosses it in. It's on the crossbar there as well. Kovacic. Kante out wide against Chilwell, but didn't quite get there, and Chilwell being a bit of a shorty. Right, I'm going to do one or two things here. Opposition. Right, my assistant hasn't done any of this. Did this at the outset. Upamecano. Oh, was that triggering press? It was, wasn't it? Kimmich. Sane. Right, all the player instructions for now, some of which never got done. which is why Nabry, I think, got in on the end of that last one. Chilwell with a throw in on that far side to Mason Mount, inside to Sterling. Sterling comes inside, has a go from distance, but it was always a bit wayward. It didn't look like it wasn't those sort of powerful shots that go rocketing into the net. And, well, half-time, it's pretty even Stevens, really. We've had 6 shots, 2 on target, 0.79 on the XG, 50% possession. They've had 6 shots, only 1 on target, which was the goal, of course, 0.56, and also 50% of the possession. Not a bad first half. I guess if we end up with a draw at the end of this, we'll pretty much take that, and then it's just a case of doing a job on Inter. Come back for the second half. No changes made at half-time. And we have an early corner. Mount with the corner, and it's headed against the side netting. Not quite sure who that was. Possibly Fofana on this near post. A free kick. Sane. Not Sadio Mane, it's Sane. And Mendy manages to claw that away. Could have been disaster there. Mohamed Sane. Headed away by Fofana. And Havertz comes away with the ball. Not the fastest of players. Who was that? Was that Mason Mount? It was Mason Mount, but didn't get to the ball. That ball fired over the top, but tidied up by Reece James. Upamecano's off for Stanisic. 71 minutes gone. We're looking to change his image. Hernandez to Sadio Mane. Kimmich. Gone out wide to Sane. Sane's held the ball up. I thought he lost it for a minute. It was blocked there by James, but it's still not cleared upfield. It is now. And we need to be looking at what we do here. Mason Mount is tired. But need to open this up because I can't see what's going on. Mason Mount is tired. Ziyech could go in there. Pulisic could go in there. Hacking Ziyech. Right, Ziyech can go in there. Broja's coming off. He's not really done anything. And we're going to bring Barbarossa on for him. Raheem Sterling can go off on this left side. Christian Pulisic or a Bangamang. Telling me a Bangamang. Bangamang we will bring on. So we've altered the 3 attacking midfielders at the moment. Okay, back up and running again. We have a free kick. Reece James with the free kick to Ziyech, who's just come on. Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva to James. James in Kovacic. Kovacic back to Thiago Silva. Not made a lot of ground there, have we? Kante. Kante looking for a way through for Fofana. Go out wide. James is out wide. James now. Can he get a cross in? That's what we're looking for. He's got a bit of space. It's not cleared. A bang bang. Oof. Yeah, he punched the air there. Knows that he had a chance on a plate and missed it. We have a corner though. James swings it in. It's very low and can easily be defended. Ziyech to Barbosa. Barbosa. He's gone on a bit of a mazy run. He's in the area. It's been tackled, but the ball was won. He's still got the ball. Where's he going now? He's lost the ball to Sadio Mane. But Fofana cuts it out. Kovacic. Ziyech. Havertz, who was sort of tackled on the edge of the area, but the ball's still there, and he's nearly lost it again. Chilwell, who's also been booked. Bang. Oh, that's gone wide. And out for a corner. Right, we do need to check the opposition instructions because they've had a number of players come on. And all right, trigger and press. Gravenberch. Weaker foot, I think, with him. I don't know that he's going to cause us a problem. We might need to watch this guy here. Checking nothing else has changed above. I don't think it has. Right, we're good to go. James with the corner then. Not so low this time, James. Swings it in. It's a bit better. Zajic. Targo Silva. Kovacic, who had a shot but blocked. Barbosa. Chilwell. Didn't come to anything. 87 minutes on the clock. I think we will make our final changes. We have a number of players that are tired, especially in midfield. Kante is definitely tired. And what we're looking to do now is, having changed all those players around at the front, right, we're going to put Barbosa up front. We're going to move Zajic out to the right. We're going for a defensive midfield. And Havertz will be replaced by Jorginho. And what we will also do is replace Kovacic and replace him with Loftus-Cheek. Reece James is tired. Chilwell's tired on both wings. That could be a Achilles heel for us if we're not careful. We've done the 5 changes. Point a finger. And back underway. Always press Nabry. And we have managed to get a draw out of this. And, well, I would have taken that, as I said earlier. And we've managed to survive. Killed the game off in those last few minutes. 19 shots, 5 on target. You could probably say we should have won it by a second goal. Lost a little bit of possession in that second half at 1.98 on the XG, so it was nearer 2. They had 10 shots, only 2 on target, 1.11. Let's have a look and see how that leaves the table then. Well, it looks like Bayern have qualified. Copenhagen have gone and beaten Inter by 2-0, and there was me thinking Inter were going to be a bit of a problem. So, well, we'll see. Obviously, we've got to play them at their place, but a 1-1 against Bayern is more than effective. Bayern, as I say, pretty much there, I think, because with 2 games still to play, they can only get 9 points. So Bayern have qualified. We need 2 more points, just 1 more win out of one of the games against Copenhagen or Inter to qualify for the next stage. We won't go as group leaders, I don't think, unless Bayern get beaten by Copenhagen or Inter. It feels like too much of a tall order, really, but we will see. We will see. Right, moving on then. Leeds comes up in very quick succession, so that is going to be our next game here on today's episode. They are currently 9th in the table. Leeds United, 9th. They've played 10 games, won 4, drawn 4, lost 2. Those 2 games are lost against Manchester United and Tottenham. 16 points at the moment. Let's see if we can go out and get a result against Leeds to keep the pressure up on Manchester City at the top. And the side to face Leeds in this, our second game of the episode, and in the Premier League, Mendy in goal, Cucurella, Thiago Silva, Kukabai, James in defence, Jorginho and Kante in midfield, Pulisic, Mount and Sterling are attacking midfield, Havertz up front, and then on the bench, Kepa, Fofana, Abangamang, Barbosa, Chilwell, Ziyech, Broja, Zakaria and Kovacic. That is the team then that is going to face Leeds. And as a televised match, we get the pre-match stuff. They've lost 2 of their last 5. We've lost 1 of our last 5. That game against Bayern Munich, drawn 2, 1-2. And reminder of the table as it stands. Leeds down in 9th. We're in 2nd place behind Manchester City. Ahead of this one. And we are underway. We've gone top by virtue of we're playing early by the looks of it. Manchester City playing Brentford a little bit later today. And Leeds have a free kick, but Kukabai cuts that out. Kante wins the ball. Mount. No support there at the minute. It's got to hold the ball up. Jorginho looking for Pulisic, but Pulisic was a little bit ahead of him, but he's won the ball. Cucurella. Jorginho has a strike from distance, and it looked like the goalkeeper tipped that over, but I presume it hit the crossbar and goes clear. Launched a long one there. Thiago Silva equal to it, but only as far as a Leeds player. And over the top 2, and they've scored. Sinisterra. We seem to be in a slot at the moment where we go behind and then struggle to get back in the game. Kosh to Sinisterra, and he's put it beyond Mendy. We're going to demand more. We're also going to check to make sure we got Sinisterra shackled. It would appear so, but a bit of a worry. He's got away from us. We have a throw in. James to Mount. Jorginho. Jorginho's tackled in the area. No penalty given. I don't think it was anything sinister with that. Cucurella. Cucurella brings the ball down nicely, looking for Pulisic. Pulisic, bit of untidy first touch, and the cross was poor as well. But Rodrigo heads that down straight into the path of Kante. Pulisic, not quite hard enough. And Mazelia is equal to it. Another long ball. Obviously looking for a way through. Jorginho. Mason Mount manages to get through that through to Pulisic. Cucurella. Thiago Silva. Kukabai to Kante. Kante finds Pulisic and takes one touch, gets it on the volley, and the goalkeeper making a save goes out for a corner. Mason Mount swings it in. It's Jorginho from the edge of the area over the top. Right, how's the stats going? We are having, they've had 3 and 3. Overly convinced we can go to attacking. If we don't get anything by half time, we're going to have to go to attacking. Havertz again. He's not doing it for me. Goodbye. Jorginho. Jorginho looking for Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling's in. And, oh, for goodness sake. An open goal, an open net, and what he does is he hits the crossbar. Pulisic. Cucurella cuts it out. Jorginho, but he's only had it as far as Koch. And we may have given away a penalty here. I'm thinking it's on the edge of the area, but I wouldn't like to be sure. Oh, it's not. Rodrigo with the penalty. Mendy's gone the right way, but and we go 2 down on 41 minutes. Right, we're gonna berate. And really, just prior to that, Raheem Sterling should have put us on. I see Raheem Sterling's having an absolute stinker of a game out there. He's definitely going to come off at half time, I think. Mind you, Kai Havertz is he's not doing it, is he, out here either? Just try and change his role slightly, see if it has any effect. We've done a few tweaks there. On attacking. Rodrigo's penalty. Mendy wasn't far off of that. They've had 5 shots, 5 on target. Definitely doing a job on us. And yeah, I'm sort of lost for words, really. And we get the second half underway. Ziyech and Broja are on. Broja has gone up front. Ziyech out on the right. Raheem Sterling and Mount are off. Havertz dropping back into that attacking midfielder role. And we're looking for more on target. And that has been the story of our recent times. It's just poor. Kante now tired. James with the ball on that far side. Kukabai. Thiago Silva. Jorginho. James to Havertz. Ziyech to Broja. Broja puts it away. And maybe, just maybe, that's what we need. We've got one back on 65 minutes. I didn't realise we were so far into this 20 minutes into the second half. I thought it was just fairly new, but we've got one back. That's the main thing. Question of whether we're offside here. He's onside. Being played on. Broja putting that away. They have a corner. Headed over the top. And Cucurella is injured. And our injury problems continue. Ah, dear. Bren Chilwell is okay. He can come on. We're okay in that area, really. Except for rotation, of course. Kante, he's going to come off. And I think what we'll do is bring Kovacic on for him. Kovacic is better as a Mazzala. So that's what we will put him as. Pulisic. Reece James, but still don't have anybody in that right side of defence. So Reece James is going to have to stay out there. Pulisic not had a good game. And usually the player for that is a Bangamang. That's our 5 changes done. Point the finger. away again, having made our changes. Reece James with the corner. Swings it in and it's just headed wide. Was it Fofana? No, Koulibaly on this occasion. As we continue to go in search, they have a corner now as well. As we go in search of that winner. Sorry, that equaliser. Oh! And we've been undone by a corner. And we're going to lose this game. Very poor. And I lose our first game of the Premier League season. Nothing else we can do. Havertz has just had a right stinker. He's going to be benched for a while, I think. Christensen to Cooper. Koulibaly heads it down to Havertz. Havertz finds Chilwell. Thiago Silva. I need Havertz to listen to what I'm saying on the basis that may well be. Thiago Silva. Oh. Well tackled. Chilwell gets that one over the top to Aubameyang. Aubameyang controls. He's gone into the area. And he's got a second. His second of the season. And a question of whether he was offside or was a referee standing, or was it the goalkeeper standing there? It is a second goal, 3-2. We got 10 minutes to try and drag this one back, if we can. And wasting time now to try and hold off. Trying to get... Oh, Rodrigo's in. Well. 4-2. Oh, took a deflection from Koulibaly as well. Mendy probably would have had that. Really an own goal. Rodrigo will claim it. Broja, Aubameyang and Ziyech have been very good in that triangle. Maybe with Mason Mount in it, maybe that's what we should look at for our next game. 15 shots, 4 on target, and that tells a story. Look at we're just not hitting the target at all. You know, I've got 2 goals out of those 4. Should be at least on 50%, and then 50% of that. So if it was, call it 7, half of that, we should be at least 3 goals, I would have thought. And we might have been lost 4-2, but it's been deplorable at the back today. 13 shots they had, 10 of which were on target. Tells a story. They scored 4 of them. 2.25 on the XG. We had the bulk of the possession, but were poor. And the question arises is how far down this table are we going to go? We've played one more than all the teams around us. And, yeah, Manchester United can't catch us. If they win, they will only come up to here. But Liverpool will pass us. Manchester City will open a gap up at the top for sure now. So as it stands, we are going to be 3rd tonight, I think. Disappointing, very disappointing, and a disappointing result as well. But well done, Leeds. Yeah, we need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and do something. I'm going to have to do some deep thinking. We're going to certainly hope that there's some money available when we get to the January transfer window, because something needs to happen. We need a decent defender. Maybe we go in for Upamecano. And the old stalwart from Tottenham Hotspur, days. Right, as I said, Newcastle, Fulham, we're going to do offline. Going to come back then for Inter, because I think as far as the Champions League is concerned, that is a key match now, albeit Copenhagen could be as well. But if we can beat Inter, we'll gain 3 points. We'll have 10. Nobody can catch us. That is a key game to us getting through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. So we will come back for Inter and Bournemouth. Bournemouth currently are 20th, bottom of the table. Surely we can get a win against them, but who knows? I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and any new series on FM23, as they are released, of course. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud are currently released every weekday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel, the best way of doing it is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. And if you do, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. See you for the next one. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday for episode 7. Till then, goodbye.